Yeah, man, I'm gonna make this quick. We back. We back like cook crack. You know what I'm talking about? Like, share, subscribe. You already know the vibe, nigga. We outside. You talking about to free the guys. You know what I'm talking about? Hey, I ain't trying to scare you. I'm trying to prepare you. You know what I'm talking about? Peep this really quick. Because it's getting out of hand. It's definitely getting out of hand.
What is this episode, Christian?
Christian,
Witch?
wait, what?
What? Do
Yeah.
the two, because I do want to talk to you about that. Because I have seen people online in both realms, Christians and witches, say there's no such thing.
That's exactly right.
This is
Both
not
the
possible.
Christians and the witches say it. Absolutely.
Right.
They do.
So for someone who's listening, who's maybe thinking the exact same thing, what does it even mean to be a Christian witch? Why is it possible for those two things to exist? In your opinion?
Okay, well, the first thing is to dissolve an untruth. And here's the untruth that has to be dissolved, or the truth that we need to look at. There is nothing in the essence of being a Christian. That means a follower of Christ, not a religion. Let's remember what it really means. The essence of being a Christian is that we're living according to the life and teachings of Christ.
Right.
There is nothing in that and in being a witch that are inherently opposing. That there is nothing inherently in being a follower of Christ. Christ is an ascended master. He's Christ consciousness is what I call the cosmic power beyond even the person.
So hold on really quick before you get triggered, cause it was already really messing with me. Let me watch we almost at the 2-minute mark. It was really bothering me doing this video, you know what I'm saying, because of the stuff that this opens the door to, you know what I'm talking about, and you about to see that really quick. But you hear her saying that it's nothing inherently wrong with her being a witch and being a Christian. This is something that's a real issue with our people, and that's why I'm showing you this. Like I said, I'm not trying to scare you, I'm trying to prepare you. You know what I'm talking about? Like, share, subscribe. You already know the vibe. We outside. And free all the guys. You know what I'm talking about? Free all the guys, because our leaders is what we lacking. Where the door has actually been swung wide open for this to run rapid.
So there is nothing inherently contradictory in the essence of Christ and the essence of a witch. As a matter of fact, they're very closely connected and aligned.
Okay. Yeah, I've heard a lot. I've heard folks say Jesus was a witch, and I know
Jesus
other
was
people
a
hear that and are
Christian.
like, ah. But I have heard that be said. And when you look at the stories that the Bible shares with us, I mean, I was
It looks
reading.
pretty much like magic and witchcraft.
It's funny because in the I'm reading Protection and Reversal Magic with my book club by Jason Miller, and he quotes Robert Cochran.
Oh, I love Jason Miller.
Yeah, so he
Love
quotes Robert Cochran, and Robert Cochran has a quote about like what makes a witch. You know, it's someone who can turn hot into cold, someone who summons spirits and they will come, someone who can divine with different tools and know things about the future that they cannot know. And Jesus did these things, you know, you
Yes.
turn the water into the wine.
So let's be clear on this, that they're not just fucking with herbs and shit like that. They're summoning spirits. They doing all of these things. You understand? This is why this is a problem, because these are our sisters. This is going on in our community. A lot of our brothers is thirsty. 40-year-old virgins. You know what I'm talking about? And they thirsty for a black woman. You feel me? But not knowing what they gonna get themselves into, because a lot of our sisters have went down this road, and a lot of our sisters in the church have went down this road. This is why I'm showing you this. You feel me? Because it leads to something way more sinister, and that's what I'm about to show you. It leads to something way more sinister, and that's what I'm about to show you.
Mother is facing murder charges in the death of her two young sons, and prosecutors say that this was part of a ritual. Here's Louisa Moeller.
Asked about the horrendous murders of her grandsons that took place here, LaTarsha Sanders' mother told investigators no one else would do this but her. A crime so horrific that perfect strangers were brought to tears at a small memorial outside this Prospect Street home.
The only thing we can do now is pray for them.
Approximately 50 stab wounds.
The grisly details came out in court. Prosecutors say LaTarsha Sanders admitted to stabbing her 5- and 8-year-old sons multiple times in a ritualistic killing. The boys' bodies found in their beds after a neighbor called 911 because Sanders was hysterical. Court documents state that the Brockton mother told police she murdered her sons because of the voodoo stuff.
She explained the ritual and stated that it came out wrong with the first one and she had failed, and for that reason she had to move on to the second child.
And LaTarsha's mother told investigators she was obsessed with ideation, rituals, and numbers regarding the Illuminati, as well as sacrifices.
She cleaned blood up. She was cleaning. The weapon was found in the sink of the kitchen of the home, also cleaned up.
Sanders pleaded not guilty and is being held without bail. In Brockton, Louisa Moeller, WBZ News.
So yeah, I mean, this is important, and that's why I'm doing this. Like, I would never waste my time on shit that's not important. You know what I'm talking about? I value my time. Time is money. You know what I'm talking about? You already know what I'm on. If you know what I got going on, you already know I'm strong with what I got going on. And so I would never waste my time if it wasn't important. You feel me? And this is very important. It's extremely important because this is a growing community.
And he called on the dead, and he, spoke to Lazarus' soul and said, come back to the living. And he was able to know the future and tell people what was going to happen.
Calm the waves and the winds.
Control the earth, right? The forces of nature. That sounds like a lot of the things that healing with medicine and healing with herbs. So it's understandable to me how someone could say that Jesus is a witch. He certainly seems to fit the bill.
Yeah.
Which probably.
So blasphemous. And we know what to expect from a lot of our sisters. Straight disrespect from a lot of our sisters. And it's levels to this shit. And you see what's going on behind closed doors. Christian witches. You know what I'm talking about? I got more. I'm not through. I'm coming back with a part 2. Like, share, subscribe. You already know the vibe. We outside and free all the guys, man. You know what I'm talking about?